don't know how much.
Excuse me, Rodney.
Yeah, I don't know how much you want to know, but I am a construction manager. I'm on the school board today there. Been on the school board there for about 14 years. I'm debating whether I do another term. We don't know. But I also currently serve as a board director for OSSBA, and I served as the president of OSSBA 2010 and 11. Still currently serve on the board of directors for OSSBA. Went through the process with Dr. Ballard leaving, Dr. Mills coming, and now we have a new director, Sean Hunt. But I do a lot of schools. We do a lot of schools, and for some reason I do a lot of schools in this part of the country. Bob Pinkston in Twin Hills, I don't know if you, I've done, when that school burnt down, he hired me while it was still smoldering to build it back. And Bob's a very unique individual. I don't know if you know Bob, but he's a very unique guy. We built his school back 100-year anniversary the year that it burned down. We was able to save a lot of the stones that was there. A lot of the stones on that building are salvaged from the original building. Then we went back and built a gymnasium for him as well. Begg School, done some work with Begg Schools, Morris Schools. We're doing some work in Veterans Hall. We do a lot of schools. Probably 90% of our work is schools. I understand schools, how they work, how the construction management work. He's exactly right. As a general contractor, and my dad was one for many years. When you do general contracting, the guy who's low on the day that it bids, that's the guy that you're basically married to until that project's over with. The construction manager, you get to pick somebody that you want to work with and have a relationship with, and he becomes your construction expert, works right for the school. Not really under the architect anymore. He works for the school and on behalf of the school. As being a board member, I understand that I work for, under the superintendent at the direction of the board. So I know my role and how we interact and those things. But it gives you a very much personalized way of looking at things. We give a lot of reports. You see everything. Very transparent. All the dollars, all the things. You'll see everything. We do a report each week that we send to the superintendent. My wife does that. She does a monthly report. So as most board members know, when you're down at the store trying to buy some milk and bread and somebody asks you about what's going on, you know what's going on. You're not caught off surprise. So our job is to be your expert and keep you informed on what the project's doing. Work with the Boynton Williams, I think, is your architect.
Yeah, I was going to bring up that Rodney's group does a lot of work with Boynton Williams. So
I think Dana Boynton is probably one of the best architects in the state of Oklahoma.
JT's wife.
Yeah.
They know JT.
JT's not an architect.
I know.
His
dad is. He's a businessman. He's a businessman.
And JT's a very good salesman and a very good for what he does. But his wife is the architect, and she's probably one of the best in the state, I think. I work with a lot of architects from Oklahoma City to Tulsa, everywhere. She gets engaged and she gets involved, and she'll make sure it's done right. She's not afraid to speak up in our meetings that we have each week on the job. She looks out for the owner, for you guys. She does very good at that. Any other questions?
You guys have any questions?
Thank you.
I recommend Schilt Management Services as construction manager for 2015 bond issue projects.
Motion we approve. Second.
Mr. Weeman.
Aye.
Mr. Lee.
Aye.
Mr. Tuggle.
Aye.
Mr. Jeffrey.
Aye.
Mr. James.
Aye.